Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Ambrose with Melone Hatley, and today we're going to talk about some concrete steps that you can take this year to prepare for your divorce or separation. Divorce is a complicated legal process, but it's also an emotional and a financial turning point for both you and your family. There are important steps that you can take before the end of the year that will help set up the next chapter of your life to be one that is successful rather than fraught with chaos and confusion. The first affirmative step you can take is to do a thorough review of your finances before the end of the year. Collecting paperwork that relates to the financial health of your family will be important for you to review with your attorney. So begin gathering all of the paperwork related to the financial health of your family. Collecting things like bank statements, credit card statements, mortgage records, and loan documents will help create a picture of what is going on with the money in your family. Sources of income are very important, and you should begin a list of all sources of income that come into the home, including salary, bonuses, investment income, business income, rental income, and more. Tracking your monthly expenses carefully will also be important. Understanding what money goes out of the home, especially in relation to supporting children or your spouse, will help create a picture of the standard of living that was created during your marriage. Lastly, collect any end-of-year statements you may have received. These create a long, overarching view of your family's finances that is a good baseline for your attorney and you to review in advance of engaging with the court. Track your monthly expenses carefully. Money going out of the home, especially in relation to children or your spouse and the care of them, can be very important establishing things like child support, spousal support, and other financial aspects of the end of your marriage. The next step you should take before the end of the year is to consider the tax implications of your divorce. The timing of your divorce is important in terms of how you can file your taxes. Specifically, if you are married as of December 31st, then you must file as married either separately or jointly for that year's taxes. It's important to understand that while filing jointly can have benefits for some parties, there are risks associated with it, especially if one spouse owes taxes. The next step you should take is to make smart decisions about the assets in your divorce. Take stock and find paperwork about whose name appears on various pieces of property, including real property, deeds, car titles, investment accounts, retirement accounts, and other high-value assets that you acquired during your marriage. Document any contributions that were made to retirement accounts or investment accounts during the year, as contributions to those assets grow them in ways that can be considered marital. Make note if one spouse has received a commission or a bonus during the year, as these sorts of financial gains also impact distribution during your divorce. An important thing to consider before the end of the year is how a separation or a divorce might impact you, your spouse, and your children's health insurance coverage and benefits. You should decide who will carry health insurance coverage for yourself, your spouse, and for your dependents moving forward after the separation. If you plan on or expect to lose coverage as a result of your divorce, you should begin investigating alternative health insurance options, such as COBRA, any plan provided your employer, or anything available through the government marketplace, in order to have something in place so that when your insurance coverage is about to lapse at the end of the marriage, your divorce becomes a clean segue into new coverage that doesn't pose problems for care in the future. Remember that open enrollment occurs at the end of the year, and that this is the most appropriate time to consider, reevaluate, and change your family's health plan as necessary. Considering the holidays and how it will impact your ability to parent during this process is a very important step. Create a holiday schedule with your spouse well in advance so that you can reduce any conflicts that might arise in understanding how each of you will share your children during this process. If conflicts arise during this process, remember to be flexible and make decisions that will benefit your children and make this process easier for them. Remember that courts and a judge are looking for parents who can cooperate, co-parent, and put their children's interests first above and beyond whatever friction exists between the two parents. Remember that this is a process and that you're going to need people in your corner to succeed. The next important step for you to be able to take is to surround yourself with a team of people who can support you during your separation or divorce. While that obviously includes an attorney, it also includes friends and family members who will support you in the midst of this trying process. Before the end of the year, you should meet with a family law attorney to discuss what your rights are and how you can protect them moving forward in 2026. You should also consider discussing things with a financial planner who can help you understand how a one-income home may require different budgeting. You should speak with a tax professional before the end of the year to understand how deductions, exemptions, and other tax questions may be impacted by the divorce process. Surrounding yourself with this team early will set you up for success with a smooth divorce. By gathering your financial records, examining your taxes, and looking at questions surrounding custody and visitation, you will be well prepared to speak with an attorney, to evaluate your position, and find out how you can best protect yourself moving forward. At Melone Hatley PC, we are here to support you through every step of the divorce process. Please call us for a free consultation today.